Psychic energy, what is it? What have, who's got it? There are different types of psychic knowing, and some of you already know that, like the clairsentience ones, okay? So clairaudience is the most common one, and that's the one where you're hearing things, where you think you heard someone say your name, or you think you heard the answer to something just pop in out of nowhere. So that's clairaudience. So clairaudience is when you're hearing things. Clairvoyant is a whole different thing. That's when you're seeing things. Yeah, so I see a lot of stuff that comes from the side. I also see things like shadows, or I think I see something, and there's nothing there. And then there's claircognizance, which is just something. So as far as a clairvoyant, obviously, if you're seeing things, you know that there's clairvoyance going on. If you're hearing things, you're clairaudient. If you're claircognizant, and you just know stuff, you just have this gut instinct, senses that you have. Clairintelligence is another thing, clear thinking. Let's suppose you're trying to write a book, and then boom, comes into your head, and all of a sudden you know exactly what you want to write, you know exactly where you want to set the stages, or you know exactly what you're going to say in some sort of speech that you're going to go to. So it's really clear thinking. Maybe it's mathematical. You have an answer to a problem immediately. So clairsentience, which we spoke about physical feeling, like you've got... So we went from somebody comes in the store and they, or in my space, and they're sad, I could feel them right away, to they have a sore knee and I could feel their knee. Okay, so that type of stuff I find very difficult sometimes, because you have to cut it off somewhere so that you are not, you're not bringing it home. You're not becoming them, right? You want to be able to decipher the difference between you and them. And sometimes I'd have to stop and have a really good smudge. When we're talking about clairempathy, we are talking about emotion, feeling other people's sadness, feeling other people's happiness. How many people get that? How many people feel other people's energy? Like seriously, feel if they're happy or sad or angry, or, without even a word, Clairtengience. And that has to do with touching. So, and this also is another thing, and you'll find that you'll have a lot of these different ways, okay? I'm just giving you the name of them. And then there's clairsalience, which is you smell. Now that's another good one. You have a cackle too, right? Smelling. So you'll smell tobacco or a cigar or somebody's perfume or a flower. And it's your grandmother. It's your mother. That it's someone that because you remember you associated that smell to them, right? You have a smell one too? So clairgustance is another one, and that is taste. And that is, all of a sudden you feel like that just tasted like coffee or chocolate or beef or something like that, or garlic. Yes, it certainly does mean something when you're really good at reading people physically. So that's clairsentience. Clear physical feeling about somebody. If you can feel they're bad or good. When I was a little girl, I had that same thing. So that's also a knowing. It's sort of a mix between claircognizance and clairsentience. And with the clairsentience, it's like a physical feeling. So this happens to me too. I don't know, probably some of you have it. Somebody has a sore leg and you're fine, but they come in to your space and all of a sudden you got a sore leg. Somebody's got a headache. All of a sudden you got a headache. That kind of thing. The psychic vibrations that are around you. But in terms of developing them, it's a little different. So the very first thing I would do is to get yourself a pendulum. Okay? A pendulum. And if you want to do that and you can't find a store near you, I do have them. Let me know. Another thing that I would do for psychic development, with 100% energy, I would give it to reading your dreams. When you get deja vu, it is a sign that you are working with psychic skills, psychic energy, and that you're building your psychic energy, okay?